While Lamontville Golden Arrows sit in 5th place. Coming into this one. Lucky Platy is alongside me for this afternoon's or this evening's game. I will get his thoughts in a moment as we talk you through the lineups, and I can tell you that both coaches have resisted the urge to make wholesale changes. The home side, the Lamontville Golden Arrows, a change in midfield and in defense where Ngobero Dlamini comes in for Nhlanhla in midfield, and Tiani comes in at left back, and that's only 2 changes there. From a formation point of view,
they trust and go with the 4-3-3 formation. The players to look out for, it's Dlamini who came in and scored the second goal against Magezi. So it just shows that the change from the coach, it was just some mind tactics.
Mangoba Mlete is in charge alongside him there. Karisho Dikhachu, who was a player under him, of course, when Mangoba Mlete's first spell at Lamontville Golden Arrows. Chiefs have made 2 changes as well, with Ashley Dupree and Spacey Sendlover. Both came off the bench in midweek. They get a start. Monsanim Teta, who had a massive game against Mamelodi Sundowns, retains his place, as does, of course, Brandon Peterson in goal. Man who's now got 4 clean sheets in succession in the Betway Premiership.
Also that trial and tested formation was a 4-3-3, but I want you to look at Lilep on the right hand side, Modi on the left hand side. They will be hard running on the wing play.
So there you go. Nabi was back, of course, for the game in midweek. While he was away, the team was cooking. Now the chef is back. What now? We are dishing another 3 points, says one of the Makwese faithful there in the crowd. Our match referee is Tandon Zanzega, the vastly experienced Tandon Zanzega, man who lives out in the west end of Gauteng these days, but hails originally from Etrofimvaba in the Eastern Cape. And Gladwin Stolo captaining this Arrow side, and Zita Kwinika. My word, how things can change in this game. Zita Kwinika couldn't buy a place in the starting lineup last season. These days he's captaining this Kaizer Chiefs side. Right, so we are just about set for action after a delay, but I must of course indicate that we will, as you see the players are gathering around the center circle, we will start the game with, as the Kaizer Chiefs support players salute their fans. We are going to start with a moment of silence as the football family joins the journalism community at large to mourn the passing of renowned political radio journalist Matsidi Sotsidi Madia, who worked for EWN. Tsidi Madia's prayers go out to the Madia family on this more tragic loss. And it's a loss that we shared by the country at large. And from a very personal point of view, Tsidi Madia was somebody that I worked with and I knew extremely well. And it is a very sad occasion to have lost a friend and a colleague. Not sure how much of a football fan she was, but I know she was a massive admirer of the chairman of our league, Dr. Irvin Khoza, who I think had a soft spot for Tsidi Madia as well. We are all set then for action. Back to the business. The show must go on, as they say in the classics. It will be the home side to get us underway when Tandon Zanzega blows his whistle. Match day 5 in the Betway Premiership. The home side, the Lamontville Golden Arrows, in their green shirts and yellow shorts, playing from left to right as you watch things as they come up against a side whose number they've had in recent times. Back to back, home and away victories last season, and Chiefs with a new sense of belief. These are the kind of games they're going to have to show that they can win, Lucky Mhlati. These games that like banana peel games that you know, they tend to focus on the big games. They think, oh, the big one this week is Mamelodi Sundowns, who they played in midweek. However, when you are facing a team that you haven't beaten for probably as long as the last time Chiefs beat Mamelodi Sundowns in the league.
You're absolutely right, TT. Golden Arrows is the woody team for Kaizer Chiefs. But, you know, looking at Kaizer Chiefs, the combination between Miguel and Kunika at the back, it has given them solidity at the defense structure.
And that's a big thing, a big deal, as we have a look at this ball played in. Kunika gets in there, and the referee has spotted something and is given a free kick to Kaizer Chiefs. Yes, you speak of that solidity at the back. That is a feature of what we've seen from Kaizer Chiefs. For the first time in the PSL history, Chiefs have kept a clean sheet in all 4 league games to start at the start of a campaign. Last season, they really struggled for clean sheets at Kaizer Chiefs. They registered their first clean sheet in the league on December the 29th. That was match day 10. That was the first clean sheet that Chiefs registered last campaign. So you have to factor that you know, you can't win matches if you can't keep clean sheets. Here's Pule Modi playing against his former club. Ndlovu working it wide there, Thabiso Munyane to Lodi Lilepo as the crowd goes. Always there's a buzz of anticipation when Lilepo gets onto the ball. Hasn't taken him long to become a fan favorite, the Congolese. Already off the mark in terms of goal scoring this season, with 1 goal. Scored 5 times in the last campaign. In 15 appearances for Amakosi. But goals were hard to come by for Chiefs. That's something else they're going to. It was their worst return in terms of goal scoring last season. 25 league goals, their worst return ever in a league campaign. And their goal difference of -7 was also a new club record, a record of the unwanted type. There is another match underway, and already 17 minutes into the other late kickoff game as Munyane tries to get a square ball in. It's Kukune United, who are sitting second in the table. They are 2-0 up against Durban City, who had made a great start to the campaign. Bradley Grobler is amongst the goals, and Tabang Monare also scoring in that game. That's a free kick, and Teto could be in trouble here. Will referee Nzanzega take a lenient view and just give him a talking to, because it's a first offense? And I think that's what Teto is pleading his case. And I think the referee making his point very strongly that, oh no, he has booked him. It's not going to get away with just a talking to. Teto picks up a caution. First caution in the 5th minute of the game.
What happened to say that it's the first tackle of the game?
But
I
think that's what he tried to plead. But I don't think the referee is under any obligation to look at his watch before deciding whether a foul is a foul or not. And that was a promising attack. And Ndlovu was on a bit of a run there. Sianda Ndlovu. Ball floated in. Peterson confidently gets both punches onto it.
You know, TT, with Muteta getting that red card, it just brings me back to the blueprint of Amakosi. I mean, remember yesterday there was a Tinashe Nongomashu doing duties in that middle of the park. After that, it was William Katsande. And now Muteta has just been placed in the right place to do that dirty job in the middle of the park. Cover both the left and the right, where Lilepo would be going, and this side Pule Modi. So they needed such player in that area. That's why they were struggling so much last season. But it's good to see them believing in Muteta to hold that. Once again, there's the danger man, Pulamodi on this left-hand side. Phillips would know very well that if he lets him have the ball first time, he can even turn him, and a bit pacey. That's why Philip is tight on him.
Now, this is Marco, square ball in. Not the best first touch from Dupree there with his back to goal. Mtetwa. Channel right as a shot comes in from range from Tabi Somunyani, looking to make score his first in the colours of Chiefs and going for the spectacular. It's made an impressive start, must be said, to life. And Kaizer Chiefs had been made that crossed the floor from the big Soweto rivals Orlando Pirates, something that in years gone by was unheard of. But certainly in the PSL era, it's something that we've seen a lot more of. Back in the days of the NPSL, the NSL days, it was unheard of for a player to make a direct move from Pirates to Chiefs and the other way around. But we've had many, many high-profile moves of that sort. Probably the most high-profile being that of Jimmy Tau, captained Orlando Pirates, and then also went on to captain Kaizer Chiefs. I remember vividly, I think it was probably his first game for Chiefs against Pirates, him winning man of the match in that particular game. I'm sure he's watching and let me know if it was that particular game. You'll correct me. Short one there from Shabalala. Nicely done by Pulemodi. Still Pulemodi. And arrows clear their lines. Mtetwa, that's not his thing, that. Shooting at goal is not his thing. Hasn't scored a goal in the PSL.
You know, when they came out for warm-ups, TT, I saw the assistant coach just setting them up to take those shots exactly the way he kicked it now. That's the way he kicked it when they were busy with warm-ups. But like I said earlier on, they needed just somebody who's going to do the damage in the middle of the park. It's not his strength to take shots at goals, but it's something that he can improve as a professional player.
Oh, good press and good pressing there on the keeper from Ashley Dupree. And I'm going to have to watch that. Lamontville Golden Arrows Chiefs willing to apply that high press and put under big pressure there. Is Keenan Phillips. Maybe could be a little lucky that he didn't get booked for that challenge on Pulemodi. It's been a very good start to this game. Enterprising stuff. Chiefs are seemingly settling quickest here.
Looking at Kaizer Chiefs, also the signings, as we saw earlier, Paseka Marco on the left-hand side and Minyayo on the right-hand side. So it just tells you, during pre-season, when they went out to make signings for the team, they knew exactly where to concentrate, and that was to solidify the back.
Now, it's Arrow's turn to have the ball. An attempt, didn't really get a hold of that one. Modi surrounded by a double team there of Arrow's players. Nicely done from Paseka Marco. Paseka Marco and Tabiso Munyani, the two former Orlando Pirates players, starting as the two fullbacks here for Kaizer Chiefs. Now, all of last season, there were only 2 games in which they both started for Orlando Pirates. Played against Richards Bay and against Magesi, the two of them. And ironically, the last time they were both in a losing team, as in when they started a game together, in a game that they lost, it was against Kaizer Chiefs in 2022-2023. How's that for a little bit of sporting trivia? 10 minutes into it, Lamontville Golden Arrows now looking like settling a bit, enjoying their best spell of the game thus far. Let's see what they can do with this one. Whoops, comes off, came off the, well, was it Shabalala that put his body on the line there, as again Dupree was looking to put the keeper under pressure. Arrows are not going to be allowed to play out the back by the looks of things. Dupree could be in here. Dupree straight at the keeper. First clear-cut chance that we've had of the game. First shot on target. Ashley Dupree. Either side of the keeper, and he might have been in business.
Yeah, absolutely, but I think he was disturbed by the two defenders just coming down. Once again, over at the back, hitting that ball in the middle of the park. Chiefs getting it quickly to the back of the defense, and look at Dupree just coming in. I think he just rushed it, because what you do, TT, is that you put your body in between the ball and the defender. If he fouls, it's a penalty. If he doesn't, you've got clear shot on goal. He rushed his shot. Could have just had a moment of time. I mean, I love what Sean Butler says. He says when you are in that area, you relax as a striker.
Now Dupree looking to turn, close down quickly. Looks as if that man Komara, the Ivorian, has got the job on him. Modi, Paseka Marco. He's giving it away as Marco is out of position. He had good cover then. Ndlovu eating up the grass there to cover. As plotting, looking to plot the downfall of Kaizer Chiefs. So once again, he was in charge of the second game when they met last season. A 2-1 win, that one for Lamontville Golden Arrows. Goals from the man I like to call Mr. Arrows, Ndutozo Sbeya and Knox Mutezwa. And there's a man who's Miguel needs to step away from the scene here. He's not even sure yet whether he's going to get booked here for the challenge on City. Oof, that was a high boot on Dion.
He's got a case.
He does have a case.
Because one thing you notice that Miguel is coming from the back.
And he does make contact as well.
Absolutely, with the nose of Dion. And Dion is the one that's controlling the ball with his head. But one thing that I love about Dion is that he's just one striker that can hold the ball to himself. You know, he's not a mobile striker like Dupree's on the other side. So he'll be a thorn in the defense of Miguel and Quinica.
City Dion is already off the mark. Is Dion. One goal for him in the colors now of Lamontville Golden Arrows for the Ivorian. Shitolo scored against the Chiefs in the 1-0 win last season. This was in a corresponding fixture. In fact, sorry, it was in the game away. The corresponding fixture last season ended 2-1 in favor of Lamontville Golden Arrows, as they did a double over Chiefs for only the third time in their PSL careers, if you like, or in their PSL history. Now this is Munyane. Gets away with that, and then he gives it away again. That is sloppy from Munyani. Twice he gave the ball away there. Can Arrows punish them here? Zeta Quinica, who's getting a run here. Of course, a bit of a misfortune as well in defense for Chiefs, where Aidan McCarthy had made a brilliant start to this campaign. Now has picked up an injury and misses out. The game can be cruel like that sometimes, just when you're on a bit of a run, when you're cooking, and then an injury thwarts your progress. As a shot goes wide of the goals of Brandon Peterson, who's also a man rejuvenated. Brandon Peterson, 4 clean sheets for him.
That shot coming from Gledwin Shitolo. You remember when he joined Jomo Cosmos, he was playing central midfield, but he had Golden Arrows. They used him a lot as a central defender. I can see that today the coach has brought him back to his position where he's effective in going forward and defensive.
Look at the high press again from Kaizer Chiefs here. Ndlovu trying the challenge, but rides the challenge well there. As it comes now to Shabalala. Pulemodi. And he scored 16 goals in 85 appearances in his time with Lamontville Golden Arrows. This is a kind of run that attracted the attention of Kaizer Chiefs. The fans were delighted when he was signed. He hasn't quite lit up the places yet. Munyane. Again, it's a miss-hit pass there from Munyane. Dupree. Cross. Named it no one there. Is a bit wasteful there.
All I can say is the person who's doing the crossing is the same player that's needed in the box as a goal scorer, Dupree. So he should let Lilepo just do his work on the right hand side, and he must stay just in the box. So now being a mobile striker forces him to open wide, and the defenders love that because you're going away from goal.
Keaton Phillips lining up the throw in as Chiefs look to close those angles for him to pick out a teammate. Look at that. Skull jerseys everywhere there. This will go all the way back to keeper Xolani Ngobo. Well read by Quinika, steps up there, makes the interception. Lilepo. Mtetwa. Marco works it wide to Pulemodi, looking to take on the fullback there. He's going to have his work cut out. You can see that there's a lot of play that's being directed down this left-hand side by Kaizer Chiefs. Marco combining with Modi. The throw in is, in fact, the free kick has gone the way of against Inacio Miguel. Never far that one from the referee's book. And these are two of us teams that had the worst disciplinary record last season. Kaizer Chiefs, one of the bad boys, the ultimate bad boys in their last campaign. As they look to try and make headway through the middle here, they win the ball back with especially Ndlovu. Ndlovu has kept his run going. And Gladwin Shitolo gets to that one first. Seasoned campaigner and a veteran of this Arrows side.
That's what he does very well, Gladwin Shitolo, like covers the right back and the left back as a central holding midfield. But one thing Chiefs is doing excellent, they are narrowing the field.
Dupree looking to turn. Settles for the throw in here. Paseka Marco. Long one from Marco. They allow it to bounce to Arrows, which is living dangerously. Chance to shoot there. Oh, deflection, had wrong-footed the keeper. The keeper would have been stranded if that ball had gone through. Tariso Mangani again. No, we know he can hit them from distance. Mangani, a player who actually used to play as a striker in his younger days. So he's a real baller. In fact, when he started as a junior international, he was playing up front as a Olympic squad.
Yeah, as a number 9, but you can tell the way he hits them that he knows the target. He knows how to connect to the ball. A good block from the defense of Golden Arrows. I was saying Chiefs is narrowing the field for Golden Arrows because they don't want them to have that space to play those 1-2s that we know them.
This is the now good running from Modi, but Phillips in attendance there, and it's gone for a throw in on the near side here. Marco again will look to wind up one long one into the box. 20 minutes gone at the Moses Mapira Stadium. Lamontville Golden Arrows 0, Kaizer Chiefs 0. Nice little 1-2 here. Now a chance for Modi. Was that a great? And still in public around him. And Shabalala puts it in, but the referee's assistant on the far side had his flag up. Some don't realize it yet in the stands, but that one will be chalked off. And Kharamukwena, the assistant on the far side, had his flag up. Nice move here.
Absolutely, he was absolutely right. But the 1-2 played, you look at Ndu Shabalala already in an offside position where that ball is coming from Dupreez. So the second assistant got it 100% right. If Ndu Shabalala could have just gone back, bend his run to recover, that ball was going to fall onto him. You can see the last touch from the Golden Arrows player. So that's why it was called offside. He was ball watching instead of just coming goal side, Ndu Shabalala.
So the joy short-lived there for the Kaizer Chiefs faithful. He's Governor GP not happy with the call.
What did he say? He says since they can't penetrate the defense, now they are coming for them fans. They need FBI. I just love them.
No, the Kaizer Chiefs fans don't need anybody to troll them. They troll themselves. And they troll others. Zeta Quinica goes long, looking for the run of Dupree. Mtetwa hasn't quite found his footing here this evening. It's been a bit sloppy.
The problem with that, TT, is that, like I said earlier on, that Mtetwa is the kind of player we call bulldozer. You just mark the ball and you just hand it over to the attacking midfielders. So sometimes I think he wants to be adventurous in playing those long shots and long passes, and he gets it wrong. That's what lets him down. If he can do what he does, what he was doing at Stellenbosch, he's gonna be class.
So when you say you call him a bulldozer, is that in the nicest possible way?
Absolutely.
Good running here from Quinica, and it's really carried the long the ball from Munyani, long way upfield here. Munyani gets a return, the cutback. Oh my word! That deflection almost took that ball over the net, and Phillips does himself an injury as well as he scrambles it off the line. Great running from Tabiso Munyani there to set up the chance. Well, Mangoba Mngati wants to take this opportunity while Keenan Phillips is down. He wants a word with his players.
You look at that right-hand side, it has been adventurous for Kaizer Chiefs, the combination between Lilepo and Munyani, and that deflection from Shidolo. I think here Phillips should have calculated that the ball is passing, let it pass a little bit from goal, and then I clear it. But he thought that was going to go into goal. He went for it. Look at the left knee connecting with the upright. Very painful.
That looks really painful. It was either on the knee or on the shin that hits the upright. On the shin. Yeah, that will hurt a bit. But great commitment from Keenan Phillips. He had to do something. As he wasn't to be sure that ball wouldn't hit the upright and go back into the net. Yeah, that's going to be probably very badly bruised. Oh, can't even put his weight on it.
Let me tell you, I know exactly how he's feeling. I've had one encounter like that. I don't think he'll come back. Yes, maybe now the blood is still hot. He still feels that he can continue. But that connection to the upright with the lower shin or the knee, TT, it's very, very, very painful.
And Ngobamniti looking a little concerned there, as he might be. He needs Keenan Phillips to keep the likes of Modi and Marco quiet. It looks like he will carry on. He's now jogging. He's back to the halfway line. There he is in the bottom of your picture. So thankfully it wasn't too serious then, just maybe a little, might be a bit bruised as Pule Modi takes his eye off the ball there.
My dear Chesa TT, you'll see he's going to feel the pain, because now if you go off to halftime, you apply ice on it, it cools down. When you try to bend it or run on it, it's very, very painful. But we're happy to see him back, because you're absolutely right. He's been holding Pule Modi at check. Even with his pace, he can match the attack of Pule Modi.
25 minutes gone. So far, say Chiefs has enjoyed more of the possession, and they've had the best chance of the game. It fell the way of Ashley Dupree when he went through on goal. Fired straight at the keeper. Look at the possession there, confirmation that Chiefs have had more of the ball. But as we know, it's that top stat that matters most. Possession without end product, as one coach famously said, is overrated. Good evening to you there, Clinton Larson, wherever you are.
You know, another coach, head coach of Baroka, he was saying, yes, we have the position, 70%, but position for what? Because we didn't score. That's when he lost his first game during his interview. So it just tells you that, yes, the position must have an end product. Just show, it will tell that the team is doing the right thing going forward.
Pasakamako. Ball coming out his area to sweep up, and it manages to get the pass away, but there's a flag up for offside. City Duon going a little early there. Scored a brilliant goal in midweek there, Dion. Brilliant diving header
against Magezi. One thing that I love about him is just staying on the shoulder of both the defenders, so it's difficult to pick him up because he just switches in between the two defenders, and when he turns and attacks that ball, it becomes difficult to close him down.
Marco playing it with Mtetwa. Chiefs will have the throw in there. And so one of Nongleba Arrow's management. Nongleba Mathala. Nicely done here by Lilepo. The crowd enjoyed that. Mtetwa, Ndlovu, chance for Mori, gets underneath it, Pule Modi, they enjoyed that. He gets a round of applause of approval from the brothers Mutaung, Kaizer Jr. and Stake.
Once again, that right-hand side has been the one that's creating moments. Mtetwa also, Pule Modi leaving the line and cutting inside. That's why as a defender like Phillips did, you cut in with him, because if he's like that, he gets a clear chance on goal.
When you look at that replay, you actually think that Modi should have put that on target.
Yeah.
There was no one, there was no pressure on the ball. He was rushed the shot a little bit, but should have done better. Free kick goes against Kaizer Chiefs. Gianni there, who's one of the two changes to the starting lineup. Is Zizi Kodwa, former cabinet minister, former member of parliament. Just these days, he's just a Makosi fan.
Enjoying football.
Just loving Makosi. Now, Ndlovu, Ndlovu. Lilepo, did that take a deflection? It did indeed. It's a goal kick. It's a corner.
You know, Titi, it's been a while since we've seen a winger like Lilepo where he just takes the ball and put it in the box all the time. You just want to go back down that byline and put crosses in the box.
Half an hour into the game. Still 0-0. The Chiefs asking questions here. It's a dangerous looking ball whipped in there, headed away by Mabaso. Very good work to get away with that one. Chiefs win it back through Ndlovu. Basekamako all the way back to Brandon Peterson, who's been watching from a distance. Not really involved in the game. Chiefs have kept things very tight defensively.
That's why I say Chiefs are holding a high press on Golden Arrows, because they don't want to give them that space behind their defenders, so they make sure that every second ball they win.
Lelepo, look at that. Look at how many meters he had stolen there. The ref wasn't falling for it here. He had moved the ball about 20 meters up the field there from where the throw-in is supposed to be taken. But Tandon Zanzega has been around for too long, wasn't going to fall for that.
And now we finally left on this left-hand side, switching sides with Modi there. That's what the wingers do, you know. When you can unlock on your right-hand side, you switch side and you test the right back to say,
that is something that we used to see quite a lot in your days, but not so much in, I would say, the modern days, because it's not like you played in ancient times. But yeah, it's certainly. Now let's see what Marco can do here. It's done well. So they put a cross in here. A chance for Chiefs here. Pull Modi though. Oh, what a chance that was for Modi. Could still fall here for Shabalala. Pickpocketed. And oh, Lelepo had a great idea there. Wanted to stick it into that postage stamp corner. Oh, for the goals, Lelepo. Wonderful passage of play for Kaizer Chiefs, but Puya Modi a little bit wasteful there.
Absolutely, a little bit wasteful. You look at Paseko Marco with his weaker foot, the right foot, he manages to play that ball. First touch for Puya Modi lets him down. I just think he could have just put laces onto the ball. The defensive arrows clearing the ball but not pressing on it. Shabalala just take a shot, and Lelepo just shows them what to do at the right place. Try to pick up that further spot. If it dipped in time, it was going to give him over problems.
It would have been a beautiful goal. Oh, look at this run from Quinika. Wow, Quinika. Where did this Quinika come from? Dodi Lelepo goes for goal again. This time I think it's well, you want to say that was ambitious. He acknowledges to his teammates that maybe not the best option, but in midweek against Sundowns, he almost I mean, he brought a great save out of Ronwen Williams from even further than where he took that shot from. So perhaps you can't frown on him taking a shot from distance. Especially well, Arrows cannot get onto the ball at the moment. It's been all kinds of Chiefs from a possession point of view here. Mtetwa gets up. Throw in Arrows.
TT, if you don't knock, the door won't be open. If you don't play the lotto, you won't win it. That's what Lelepo is showing us. But one thing I'm noticing here is that the coach Mangoba, he said, absorb a lot of pressure in this first half, and then second half, let's twitch it a little bit.
Kaizer Chiefs' last win against Arrows was in the second half of the 2023-24 season, a 1-0 win. Oh, good pressure there, and almost forcing a mistake there to Dupree. They haven't been able to live with this Kaizer Chiefs press, Arrows, but they've got something on here, possibilities here. Can they sneak something here? Look, he wants it here, the City Dion, but the touch, that first touch let him down. Although I don't think it was the pass he was looking for.
The pass was too hard, TT. You know, when you break on like that, you just slip it in.
And it comes from Ndlovu. Away by Thabiso Munyane. Dupree couldn't control. That'll be an Arrows throw, quickly taken by the skipper, Gladwin Stolo.
Like I said earlier on, you know, the coach Mangoba told the boys, absorb the pressure, but you look at when the transition break, when they attack Kaizer Chiefs, 2-3 touches, they're already in the third of Kaizer Chiefs, causing problems.
Oh, keeper, wow. High risk stuff there from Ngobo. And well, Chiefs have one possession back. And corner. Shabalala's won a corner there for Chiefs, continuing this spell of pressure. They need to make it count though. We've seen Arrows hit them on the counter. And actually, if you look at even the last game that Arrows won, it was a game Chiefs dominated. So don't read too much into all this possession means nothing if a goal doesn't come. Could be something on here. Too many touches in there. Could fall here for Ndlovu. Modi plays it in there. Ndlovu again. Shabalala. Ndlovu. That was a miscue. Way too many touches in there. Somebody hit the target. Bule Modi. Kwinika. It could fall for Lodi. Lilepo. Still Lilepo. Lilepo. And Dupree, it's smothered again. Wow, that's like some serious last-ditch desperate defending from Arrows. Yeah, can they hit on the break here? It's a free kick against Miguel, and that will allow Arrows a chance to breathe. Shoo, what a frenetic and frantic couple of minutes there. Yeah, clumsy challenge on Stoller there by Miguel. Sabelo Sitole, the player fouled there by Ignacio Miguel.
So TT, Miguel was in that mix of missed shots and not taking an early shot and trying to get the perfect pass out to a Chiefs player.
I think that's what we would describe as trying to walk the ball into the net from a Chiefs point of view. Offside flag up from Kamusi Rasmisani on the near side, and near side assistant against Mabaso. Yes.
I like how Arrows is doing their business, because you look, they leave Sitol on that left hand side and Ndlovu, formerly known as Ntanti, on the right hand side.
That Mabaso, of course, playing in the PSL, he jumped from ABC Motsepe straight into the PSL, ABC Motsepe League, where he played for Midlands Wanderers, helped them to get promotion to the Motsepe Foundation Championship. But Arrows said, hang on, we'll have some of that. And now here he is playing Betway Premiership football. Lodi Lilefo looking to take on Mabaso. And there he is, the rookie, a PSL rookie.
One of the 6 players that was signed from Midland Wanderers. We saw Midland Wanderers last week winning their first game against Hungry Lions, and today the results show that they lost to Baroka 3-0. The coach there, Vincent Masente, doing great job in that area of PMB. Peter Marisburg.
They have a corner to Kaizer Chiefs, as it looks like we've lost some of the floodlights. Corner taken. In the meantime, play will continue. Still enough light for you to see our pictures. Nice little flick there. Could be a chance to fire a shot in from Shabalala. Still it. Modi looking for something on the near post there, which the keeper had covered. Pule Modi, who hasn't scored a goal for some time, didn't get a goal in the league at all last season, and he did have plenty of chances. Now there could be problems here. What a save, Brandon Peterson. Muyane was caught out there, and Brandon Peterson makes a brilliant save to deny Sabelos Tole.
One route, one ball behind the defense of Kaizer Chiefs, and look at the way he's tall, he keeps his eyes onto the ball. Peterson doing very well to take 2 steps and leave his line and make himself big. TT, that what helped Peterson, just to make himself big and get that block, that save. That's why he hasn't conceded a goal this season.
4 clean sheets in the Betway Premiership, 5 if you go back to last season, which is the most he's ever kept in a single season. Maybe that perhaps is just where he'll look at that and say that's how they're going to profit, or how they're going to get anything from this game, is just get a ball behind the Chiefs defense. Munyani was caught out there by that run from Stole. Shabalala has given away the ball, trying a fancy pass. Now Ndlovu giving chase here. He's done well to keep it in play. Got Miguel for company. He comes again to Ndlovu, puts the cross in, away. Chiefs get it away effectively there, but it's gonna come straight back at them. Keenan Phillips. And the challenge sliding in there from Paseka Margo. 5 minutes to go to the break. Keenan Phillips Throws one, looking for Sedi Dion there. Away by Ndlovu, Spesihle. Look at how far out of his area Ndlovu is, and oh, he's taking too many touches there, living a high-risk life there. Now the fans are calling for Chiefs to have a goal because the keeper was out of position. It was a long way to try and have a shot. This Moses Mabhida pitch is massive. Zeta Kwinika.
You know, TT, I understand total football where you want keepers to be involved in the play from the back, but sometimes I think Ngoba just taking a little bit too far. I mean, if he lost the ball right there, the goals are wide open and the Chiefs player can just shoot direct. That's why we heard the fans saying that they must take a shot because he was far away from his goal.
Especially Ndlovu combining there with Modi. It was Lilepo, beg your pardon. Modi come back here to the left hand side. Here he is now. Floats across in. Oh, Dupre did get a touch on it. Goal kick.
Yeah, he's at the right place at the right time, and I'm happy to see him just get a touch on it. But with his structure, you know, we know like in yesteryear, the likes of Romario, like Imaselesel, he was a bit short, but played as a number 9. I just feel Chiefs need somebody like Ecuador to come in, also Sereno to cause a difference already with the goal this season.
Yeah, they're all up there. The Chiefs subs, 4 of them at least. We know that Nabi is not shy to make a change in the first half if he sees things are not working. He's done it before plenty of times in the past season. Well, as we approach half-time here, it's been his first half dominated by Kaizer Chiefs with nothing to show for it, but it could be in here now. Shabalala, can it? Oh my word, that's the wrong option, I suspect.
Absolutely
because
right.
Modi was in the middle, but Modi wasn't exactly screaming for the ball though.
TT probably was screaming, but with the fans here, he couldn't hear. But one thing that I say no to is that what you're doing at the back there. Yeah. You know, you lose the ball earlier, already you put your team under trouble, but there it is. Just cross the ball, Shabalala. Already you slipping and falling. Just hit it back for Pulemodu's coming, or towards the 18 area where Mteto would be occupying that area.
I mean, that will go down as a half a chance there for Kaizer Chiefs. The wrong option there taken by Ndu Chabalala, or you could say it's a wrong execution. Here's Ndlovu, who's been a problem down this right-hand side. Ndlovu has been a real problem down this side, right-hand side. Usianda Ndlovu.
Titi, look at Dion winning the ball, breaking for Ndlovu. Remember I said that formerly known as Mtanti, promoted from the DDC team, but the captain Kwinika, he had to get that right, that tackle, or else Tole was going to get a tap in at the back.
Indeed, the player formerly known as Sianda Mtanti, here he is now, lining up. He's a bit of a set-piece specialist as well. Takes the corners and goes for a flat one, looking there for a flick. It was Komara now, Pulemodi, as Chiefs looks ahead on the break, but he's been outnumbered there. Modi smothered there by a double-team effort on him. There's Modi tagging him. He's lucky not to get booked there. Little tag on the shirt of Stole there.
Very unnecessary for Pulemodi. I mean, the defense is already covering him. Just come goal side and force him to play the ball backwards. But I see you very fond of Ndlovu. I can tell you, in the DDC, he was magic for golden arrows.
These are the previous meetings between, as you can see, Arrows have won back-to-back. And Chiefs with 1 win in the last 5 meetings against Arrows. Only a minimum of 1 minute to be added on here at the end of this first half. Peterson gets a firm punch on it, and he is also fouled in the process. Free kick it will be, and that will probably be that for the first half. Well, while he is down there, bit of bruising there, a bit of a bump on the side, nothing too serious. A thumbs up from him. Just quick thoughts then before the break is let's have a look at this ball floated in.
A brilliant set piece. Once again, Dion, the big man, getting his head onto the ball. Peterson brave enough to go out, and Phillips just trying to cause Peterson not to have clear hands onto the ball. One excellent thing that we've noticed in this first half is Kaizer Chiefs just narrowing the field for Golden Arrows not to have those touches and quickly getting into the defense of Golden Arrows, but not taking their chances at the right places. Golden Arrows sucking up the pressure very well and using that transition football to attack.
And that's going to be a free kick. The referee is still playing more time here. We've already had the minimum 1 minute. A free kick on against Miguel. Maximum discipline will be, well, that will be it then. That's the whistle for half-time. And well, it's a half that the Chiefs enjoyed the majority of the possession. Didn't create nearly the number of chances you would expect given the level of ball domination. They did have a couple of opportunities. Keeper Ngobo was made to look good when not that he's bad, but I'm saying that when a man fires a shot straight at you, as Dupree did when you were set through on goal, it's not going to work in time. And Tutuzi Shabalala also maybe guilty of taking the wrong option when there was a real chance for Chiefs to open the scoring just before the break. But the story then after the first 45 here at Moses Mapida is that nothing to report. An entertaining game, as we said, and it's been played at quite a pace, but nothing in terms of goals yet. Chiefs will be asking a few questions, I think, of themselves about why they haven't done better with the possession they got. But let's recap it for you, confirm it for you. At halftime, it is Lamontville Golden Arrows 0, Kaizer Chiefs 0. Good running here from Gwinika, and it's really carried the long the ball from Munyani, long way upfield here. Munyani gets a return, the cutback, oh my word! That deflection almost took that ball over the net, and Phillips does himself an injury as well as he scrambles it off the line. These players.
You look at that right-hand side, it has been adventurous for Kaizer Chiefs, the combination between Lilepo and Munyani, and that deflection from Shidolo. I think here Phillips should have calculated that the ball is passing, let it pass a little bit from goal, and then I clear it. But he thought that was going to go into goal, he went for it. Look at the left knee connecting with the upright. Very painful.
That looks really painful. It was either on the knee or on the shin that hits the upright. Let's say, on the shin. Yeah, that will hurt a bit. But great commitment from Keenan Phillips. He had to do something. There's from Munyani, long way upfield here. Munyani gets a return. The cutback. Oh my word! That deflection almost took the... When he gets a return, the cutback, oh my word! That gets a return, the cutback, oh my word! That gets a return, the cutback, oh my word! That Munyani, long way upfield here. Munyani gets a return, the cutback, oh my word! That deflection almost took that ball over the net. So they put a cross in here, a chance for Chiefs here. Pule Modi though. Oh, what a chance that was for Modi. Could still fall here for Shabalala. Pickpocketed. And oh, Lilepo had a great idea there. Wanted to stick it into that postage stamp corner. Oh, for the goals, Lilepo. Wonderful passage of play for Kaizer Chiefs, but Pule Modi a little bit wasteful there.
Absolutely, a little bit wasteful. You look at Paseko Marco with his weaker foot, the right foot, he manages to play that ball. First touch for Pule Modi lets him down. I just think he could have just put laces onto the ball. The defensive arrows clearing the ball but not pressing on it. Shabalala just take a shot, and Lilepo just shows them what to do at the right place. Tried to pick up that further spot. If it dipped in time, it was...
So they put a cross in here, a chance for Chiefs here. Pule Modi though. Oh, what a chance that was for Modi. Could still fall here for Shabalala. Pickpocketed. And oh, Lilepo had a great pocketed. And oh, Lilepo had a great idea. Fall here for Shabalala. Pickpocketed. And oh, Lilepo had a great idea there. What chance that was for Modi. Could still fall here for Shabalala. Pickpocketed. And oh, Lilepo had a great idea there. At all last season, and he did have plenty of chances. Now there could be problems here. What a save, Brandon Peterson. Munyani was caught out there, and Brandon Peterson makes a brilliant save to deny Sabelos Tole.
One route, one ball behind the defense of Kaizer Chiefs, and look at the way he's tall, he keeps his eyes onto the ball. Peterson doing very well to take 2 steps and leave his line and make himself big. TT, you know, that what helped Peterson just to make himself big and get that block, that save. That's why
at all last season, and he did have plenty of chances. Now there could be problems here. What a save, Brandon Peterson. Chances now. There could be problems here. What a save, Brandon Peterson. Munyani was caught at all last season, and he did have plenty of chances. Now there could be problems here. What a save, Brandon Peterson. Munyani was caught out there, and Brandon all last season, and he did have plenty of chances. Now there could be problems here. magnificent sights there of the Moses Mabhida Stadium here on the beachfront out there, eThekwini, eGagasini. Half-time it is in the Betway Premiership, or at least we're getting ready for the second half. We were locked at 0-0 after the opening 45 minutes between these two sides. Kaizer Chiefs yet to concede this season, by the way, and up against the side that have conceded 5 times so far this season, Lamontville Golden Arrows. Chiefs have dominated the first half. The Kaizer Chiefs dominated possession, had the best chances, but didn't take them. Arrows had one great chance on the break, where Peterson produced a great save to deny Sabelo Sitole. And that's where it looked like the best route to goal. And there's going to be a change at the start of the second half here, as Keenan Phillips, who we saw take a blow early in the first half as he collided with the upright, but he was able to get to half time. And I suppose at the break, perhaps the injury turned out to be worse than initially thought. We're back underway. And if you've just joined us, Kaizer Chiefs getting us underway. They are in their gold and black colors, gold shirts and black shorts. Arrows now attacking the goals to the left of your picture as you watch things. So, Lucky Mhlati, the solitary change made by Lamontville Golden Arrows in terms of the changes made by both sides. As you see the lineup scrolling at the bottom of your screen, both sides had made 2 changes from the teams that they put out in midweek. For Arrows, it was a win over Makesi, while Chiefs drew 0-0 against Sundowns. But what needs to change? How do we get what would the 2 coaches have said at the break to their players? Let's have a look at this move first, as Arrows looking to make a brighter start than they did in the first half. Really took them a while to get into the game in the first half. Dion looking to chase that one down. But yeah, let me get your thoughts in terms of what especially Mangoba. I'm wondering what he would have been saying to his players in the dressing room.
Firstly, we start with the change. TT Zwane coming in for Phillips. It's a like-for-like change at the right back position. We saw Phillips connecting with the upright, and it was very painful. But again, I think now the coach Mangoba, he would have said that you guys are defending too deep in your box. You just have to push out and press them high, Kaizer Chiefs, and catch them on those breaks that we had. I mean, you saw a brilliant run from Sitole. That's the key that they can use in the second half.
Thabiso Munyane doing well to keep the ball alive there. And oh, that's not a good ball. That's a bit wasteful. And he acknowledges his mistake there, especially Ndlovu. Under no pressure whatsoever, puts the ball straight into touch. Wouldn't have pleased the coach. It's a rather cheap way of conceding possession. This is good from Arrows, and I'm trying to rotate the ball a little bit more. They could hardly get onto the ball in that first half. Now this is more what you are used to seeing from Abafana Best 10, they're possession based. Of course, as you shower them with praise, then you might puts a foot wrong there.
Commentators curse.
Yeah, I know. I think we get blamed too often for that.
But why does it happen all the time when we say something?
I deny any responsibility for that.
So you blame the players, but anyway. No, it happens all the time.
Practice twice a day throughout the week. And you can't trap a ball, and then you blame it on the commentator.
One thing we notice in that Dlamini now is getting more onto the ball, just try to conduct matters in that middle of the park of Golden Arrows. That's the key man who can make Golden Arrows play.
Kaizer Chiefs looking to, I mean, they had made their bright start, winning 3 games in a row to start off with. Last season, as Munyane again takes his eye off the ball, last season Chiefs only had back-to-back wins once, and that was on match day 1. They had back-to-back wins, match day 1 and 2. That's the only time they managed that last season. That just speaks volumes of their form last season. And that the season also on a rather negative note, they ended the season on a 9-game winless streak, which equaled the club's worst ever run without a win in the league. Some may argue that it was perhaps because they started to focus more attention on the league, on the cup, which they went on to win. Lilepo slips a beautiful pass through to Shabalala now. Chance here. And another one goes a begging. Lilepo wanted the ball back.
Yep. Absolutely. He should have played Lilepo there because he wanted to do the extra turn and clip it to the furthest post. But Shabalala has gotten so many brilliant opportunities. Once again, a beautiful run by Ndlovu, and look at Lilepo playing that 1-2 with Shabalala. Brilliant run from the middle of the defenders. He should have just gave Lilepo there with an outside of his right foot, trying to find Pule Modi on the far side, but he played it too hard.
Just over cooked that one to Shabalala. Now, Arrows already looking a little bit more menacing in the second half than they did in the entire first half. This is good running here. And that man, Ndlovu, Sander Ndlovu.
I always said that Paseka Marco is one of the best left back we have in the country. I mean, you look at the 1-2 when Ndlovu played it, he tracked him all the way and made sure that he doesn't get that cross into the box.
And Arrows at this point last season were not too dissimilar from where they are now. They were in 6 points after 4 matches, with coming from 2 wins. This time around, 2 wins and a draw has them on 7 points. They won just 7 league games in the 7 Premiership games all of last season, which is the fewest number of games they'd won since they were relegated in 13-14, when they only managed 6 wins that season. Here is Keenan Phillips. You can see that bruising. That is probably the ice being applied. It means that bruising has got worse. That was in the first half, and that's how the injury happened. Commitment there from the defender. Body on the line, that's what they mean. Yeah, you can see the damage there.
Yep, big damage there, but with ice he'll recover very well because the swelling will go down.
Yes, Lilepo, square ball. Modi, there's no one attacking that one. We expect better anticipation from a Chiefs front line there in terms of areas where the ball could possibly go, and there was no one near it there. Modi on the ball now. Good work here. Shabalala. Again, that's a disappointing ball. A rush of blood to the head. Cool heads required in that area. And was it, in fact, it was not Shabalala. Was it Shabalala that was
Paseka Marco on the left hand side?
Not for the first time. Chiefs were rather wasteful when they get into good areas. Dion. This is good now. Stoller, good running here. He's opening up here, but good. Oh, it could be a chance here for Arrows, and a great block and recovery from was Marco that tracked back there and denied Ndlovu. Has been the brightest of the players in the Arrows lineup has been that Ndlovu, Sianda Ndlovu down the right hand side. Dupré, can he crack on the pace? Nope, denied by Umar Komara. Let's see, Ivorian centre back sign from Ivorian League 1 club, San Pedro. There's a big cheer from the Kaizer Chiefs supporters because the Chiefs are about to make some changes. It looks like it may well be a double or a triple change even, but play continuing in the meantime. Marco shielding the ball. He's using all his experience. In those situations, there are few better than him. Here they come then. Triple change, you can see there. Vlagazi is one of those that's going to be introduced. Mfundo Vlagazi.
Now you can tell that the technical team of Kaizer Chiefs are not really happy with the front three of Amakosi, Dupris, Modi, and it seems like Lilepo is the one that tries to just penetrate the Golden Arrows defense, but with Modi being wasteful and Chabalala in front of goal makes it easy for the technical team to get those subs in.
Now, in it comes in a chance, yeah! Oh my word! He didn't connect that, he went with the instep to City Dion. Instead of putting it, he knows what a chance that was. That's Junior Dion with a glorious opportunity to give Arrows the lead.
You watch that ball going again on the right hand side to find Ndlovu, and he controls it very well, waits to find Dion in the middle of the park. He did everything right there. Unfortunately, hit the upright TT.
Unmarked. And it, yes, could have bounced either way, but went away for a goal kick, and a massive relief for Peterson there. And frustration for Dion Lilepo. He's taking them on now. Brought down, referee says, play on. Pressure now being applied there by Mduduzi Shabalala on the defender. They've stolen it, have Kaizer Chiefs here now. Lilepo and Dupre looking for more touches than he has time for. He was closed down immediately. Now here's Flavio Silva, who is going to be introduced momentarily by Kaizer Chiefs here. One of 3 changes that they are preparing.
With that Dion chance, you know, it goes back to what I was saying earlier on, that he's able to free himself so well in the box, because now he gets away from the both central defenders, Miguel and Kunika, and that's why he got that opportunity.
One of the new signings for Kaizer Chiefs, that is for Flavio Silva, who's been a Portuguese junior international. Plays for Guinea-Bissau as the ball now. Arrows could be in here, smothered there. The Arrows supporters, more than the players, were the ones calling for a penalty. Referee Zanzega not interested. Play continues here. Now Arrows have certainly come alive in the second half. A much better start, and they're really starting to ask some questions of Kaizer Chiefs here.
Absolutely, that man Manloba, he told them that go out there and take your chances, penetrate the Kaizer Chiefs defense, place those quick 1-2s and get Ndlovu on the right hand side. Lilepo here just breaking 2 players, bringing him down. Rightful call, an obstruction from the referee.
So here come the changes then. Oh,
no, good judgment. He Setole kicked the ground more than got handled.
When a defender, you make contact in that area, you really are taking a high-risk approach. Modi's night is done and not to be against his former club. Still yet to score against Arrows since leaving the club. Gaston Sereno comes on, as does Flavio da Silva. And while on the Portuguese tip, here comes Obrigado Villagazi. Arrows are also preparing changes of their own, some changes of their own. Let me get your thoughts then on the triple change, Lucky Mplati.
No, absolutely called for, because remember I said earlier the front three was letting Amakosi down, and the technical team felt that let's get fresher legs. Maybe Dupree's a bit fatigued, also Modi a bit fatigued. That's why we introduced Vilakazi and Da Silva, who I'm gonna be interested in where will he position himself in that box.
Now Chiefs in possession, Gaston Sereno. As it comes to Flagas. Spelele rather, Ndlovu, not the best ball from him. Bit of a disappointing effort.
With the changes made, we see Lilepo just occupying that left-hand side where Pule was doing duties Modi, and then Mfundo Vilakazi will just come to the left-hand side.
So, Gaston Sereno, those are dangerous passes, these raking passes, the cross-field passes that they've been attempting, kept getting intercepted in that first half. They've got a free kick to Arrows here. Chiefs getting caught out now, starting to contest a bit more now. Arrows, the 50-50 balls. In the first half, Chiefs was dominant in that midfield area. Frustration for don't have a Madala there. So it'll age you watching football, I tell you.
That's why we say the coaches come in a new job, and in 2 months' time they got grey hair. You look at the hair reactions right there, and believe you me, Titi, she knows football.
He's been around the game for a very long time.
Yeah.
Sianda Ndlovu's been outstanding for Arrows this evening. By far the standout best player on the field there. He's terrorized Chiefs down that right-hand side. I wish I could read the lips there. Don't forget our competition. Sponsor and win with Betway competition. We have a winner.
Celebrate Women's Month.
Oh yeah, she is our winner in the middle there with a yellow Duku. Her name is Andile Mkhize. Oh, congratulations, Mam Kaizer. And Mam Kaizer, I saw her arriving at the stadium all by herself. She's going to leave with many friends because she's 20,000 Rand richer, thanks to our friends at Betway.
And she arrived early, very early.
She's not going to leave alone here. Just over an hour played here then at Mukas, at this Moses Mapida Stadium. Still locked at 0-0 here. That means that Chiefs have now gone 596 minutes since the last time they conceded a goal in the Betway Premiership.
It's a good start, TT. You know, earlier on, remember we said that if you don't concede, you stand a chance to go score and collect maximum point, which is a platform to build from if you don't concede goals.
Last time they conceded was in the 4th minute of their 1-1 draw at the end of last season against Kukune United, who last we heard were leading 2-0 in their game against Durban City.
On that note, you know, Kukune have made the signing of Hobla Bradley. So that's one thing I like. I want to see Igadaro fit and what he can contribute into the Chiefs team, because I feel they don't have an outlet to finish the crosses coming in. Sereno there on the tackle.
Goodness me. I don't know that there was any malice meant, but you know, anywhere where Gaston Sereno is involved, as Mabaso checks out, it's replaced by it's a double change here. Andy Swapoisen, there he is, Andy Swapoisen, and one of those who has just come on now for Lamontville called an Arrows. Confirm it. The dummy from Sereno, and then almost came right through there. Clever ploy there from Kwinika, letting the ball run through. Now, laid back to Brandon Peterson in goal. Hasn't had a great deal to do, Peterson, but what he has been asked to do is done to perfection. Looking for what would be his 5th straight clean sheet. He's already on 5 clean sheets if you go back to last season in a row, 5 in a row, which is the best he's ever had in his run in terms of a run of clean sheets. Last time a Chiefs goalkeeper had 6 clean sheets was Itumeleng Nkuna back in the 2019-2020 season, as Tetra has given possession away, and they could be in trouble here. Arrows, good tracking back from Lilepo. Very good work from Lilepo. That's what modern midfielders, wingers do. You have to track back and do your share of the defending.
But TT, for me, you know, we're asking a lot from the modern wing backs, because now you expect them to also attack with the same pace and the same intensity. So now what do we do back in the days is that I would say Dikhamma Balani, you stay halfway line. I will take over the defensive duties, because now we have a sweeper at the back and we have a destroying middle fielder. Because now when we attack, we need him also to create things.
A shot then. Keeper had to improvise and do things, anything to keep it out. Olaningobo does well. Denies Lilepo.
Once again, cuts inside from that left side, and he wants to have a crack. And what a powerful shot. And one thing I love is he's always trying to let it bounce before it gets to the keeper, but Ngobo put his body in front of the ball, which made a brilliant save.
Oh, he's got great technique. He's a great ball striker. It's Lodi Lilepo as it comes in now. Keeper makes a great catch. Made a wonderful catch there, did the keeper. Offside flag is signaled by Mr. Karamukwena, who's operating down that far side. Mangoba Mngeti will be much happier with what he's seen from his team in the start of the second half. Vlagas, not a good ball. Not sure who he was looking for there.
Lilepo, but one thing I noticed, I've seen them try to do this diagonal balls from the right to the left, from the left to the right. One thing they can try to do now is connect it through Ndlovu in the middle of the park and Mutetwa, so he can rotate to the left hand side.
Mutetwa wants to do a bit of running with the ball, now releases it to Kwinika. Vlagas. Munyani is trying to get it through to, it might come now through to Lilepo. Fancy feet there from Lilepo. Crowd enjoyed that. And he's one possession again here. Free kick goes against him though. Free kick goes against the Congolese international. A lollipop, they call him.
Full of confidence, Lilepo. You know, when he's trying those trickery skills, sometimes out of 3 it will work once, but for him to try it, it shows that he can now try to unlock the defense of Golden Arrows and try to get those more shots at goals to test Ngobo.
Nice ball slipped through here. Gaston Serena with a cutback. Chance here. Flavio! Goal for Kaizer Chiefs. Well worked goal. Flavio Silva opens his account. Vlaza will claim the assist. And Amakasi take the lead.
Makosi, an end product. That's what the Silva gave them, because that ball once again properly rotated from the right hand side, played brilliantly by Vilakazi, and guess where he was, at the right place at the right time to finish that with the first touch of the game for him, introducing himself to the faithful of Kaizer Chiefs fans. It was one in the middle of the park, rotated to this left-hand side to Vilakazi. Look how he lifts his head, looks at Sereno, and he doesn't do much, he just clips it back, and that's where a striker should be, the Silva, making sure he takes it the first time properly. But what a cutback from Sereno.
I was going to say that the Chiefs players also ran towards him in front of Vilakazi. Of course he did very well, but my word, that touch from Sereno was the killer one.
Tranquilo. Tranquilo. Yeah? What's that, TT? Yeah, come with
Tranquilo.
Tranquilo. Yes. The coach is saying, Nabi, tranquilo. You know what? Because he's proud of the substitutes that he made. Rightful call from the technical team.
Well, he's got a yellow card, by the way, Flavio, but he won't care. Yellow card for removing his shirt. And celebrating a little over enthusiastically. Arrows have made a change in the meantime. Stolle has gone off. Sabelo Stolle has gone off, and he's been replaced by Mr. Arrows himself. That is Speer. Tutuzo Speer has replaced Stolle. Can now Chiefs hold on and bring it home? 20 minutes is a long time. Plenty time for Arrows to get back into this one, as the skipper tries to take on responsibility on his own, looking to carry the ball. There's a voice in who says, come on. There's a real buzz now as the light show starts here at Moses Mapida. Delight for the Makosi faithful, as their side have been rewarded for the dominance they had overall in the game, but not necessarily in the second half. Arrows have been quite dangerous. They could be in trouble. Yeah, Arrows here. Vilakazi slips a pass through, this time too heavy for Flavio. Flavio was on the run though. Flavio Silva looking maybe to latch onto it there for a double.
What we always say, TT, how important is the bench when they are sitting outside the players and studying the game, because you see when the three subs were brought in for Kaizer Chiefs, all of them contributed to that goal. Vilakazi, Sereno, and Da Silva with the goal.
When scoring first, last, let's we'll have a look at it. Oh, this is gonna go all the way back. Well, last season Chiefs had a very good record when scoring first, and they won 6 of the 12 matches in which they, or rather won only two of it. Let's have a look at this run first from the man of the moment, Flavio Da Silva, teasing his marker. Was he caught there? Is he? It's a Quinica rather. Is he got the pass away? I think it was caught by Speer. Arrows have possession now.
Now, if I'm Arrows, because of the substitute I've just made, Sibia coming in, I will play more of Sibia on the field, because he's very skillful and makes those runs behind the right back. So now, Muyani is supposed to concentrate a lot. We see just a little bit of heat coming up between Dion and Quinica, the captain.
Well, ends in peace. Big smiles everywhere.
I can tell you last season he didn't say that. It was something about headache and some brand of the head.
How things change in football. In Nabi we believe. That's not what they were saying at some point last season. In fact, that's not what they were saying 2 weeks ago when Nabi was away. That was all they talk about. Now Nabi must stay away, we're winning. There's a yellow card here. and a free kick for Kaizer Chiefs. Flavio da Silva.
Yeah, a high foot that was unnecessary from Komara.
Yeah,
he should have just shielded him, because he was already facing away from his goal. There was no need for him to try and kick that ball away.
Quarter of an hour remaining for Lamontville Golden Arrows to try and get back into this game and avoid what will be their first defeat against Kaizer Chiefs since 2024. The 2023-24 season was the last time the Chiefs managed to beat Arrows. Arrows have beaten them 5 of the last 4 times, or 4 of the last 5 times that they met. So this will be a measure of revenge here the Chiefs are looking for. The Arrows have it, some defending to do here. Who will it be? This would favor Lilepo. And his technique and his power, he can do damage from this sort of range. And it looks as if there's nobody else actually approaching the ball. It will be Lilepo. And the referee wants the war back. Mo and Ndlovu and Serino looking to be a bit of a decoy there as well, and disrupt the Arrows' defensive wall. Let's see what Lilepo can produce here. Lilepo, not enough power, and keeper makes a comfortable catch. Now Boyson being released here. He's got pace about him, Sir Boyson. Good work from Marco. Doesn't fall for trickery, Marco. As I said, he's a smart operator in one-on-one situations. Spear. Are they going to need him to stand up? Scored last time out against Chiefs in the 2-1 win at this ground. Oh, it's a dangerous looking ball. Chance here, offside against Junior Dion. Just offside. A nervous moment there for the Kaizer Chiefs.
Yep, as you say, Sibia, when he gets onto the ball, he can create things, right? And we see that ball coming into the box and the defense just pushing up very well. That's what I said about the understanding between Quiniga and Miguel. They pushed up and Dion was caught offside.
Brandon Peterson taking his time up over this goal kick. As Chiefs try to see this one home and try and get this result over the line. Boyson is popping up everywhere now. Working it wide. Looking to take on Quiniga. Did the keeper tip it over, or has gone behind for a goal kick? Zero's looking to probe down that right-hand side and see if they can get joy there. Yeah, I can see clearly that one.
Yep, Zwane on the right-hand side, just trying to clip it to the furthest post, but Paseka Marco trailed him all the way, not to make him have a comfortable cross.
This man, always forever animated, is the Kaizer Chiefs goalkeeper coach, Elias Mzugi. Always in the thick of things, Mzugi. Cleared away. Pressure being applied by Flavio da Silva. Oh. Stolen by Mtetwa, well read there. Ndlovu was there. Now Mtetwa. Arrows are preparing one more change. Plan Kumalo is standing by. The angle was a tight one, but Flavio Silva says, I was here. Went for glory, did Lilepo.
Yeah, sometimes you wonder what the players are thinking, because already the angle is too tight, Titi. He did very well to beat two players, even Shitolo. Just bring it back with the outside of your right foot or your left foot for Da Silva in the middle of the park.
Runs away from Dion. So there he is on then Pilani Kumalo, an attacker. Of course, they're going for broke. So he might as well throw everything out there. He's come on for Ngobego Dlamini. What do you make of that change, Kim Tlati?
Yeah, absolutely. He's going for broke, the coach. He wants an equalizer. So now Kumalo will go closer to Dion. So the formation also will change a little bit, because they will start going with two up front, which changes the formation to a 4-4-2, with Kumalo being the player with Dion up front, and then behind them it will be Sibia.
Minutes away from another clean sheet, Kaizer Chiefs, and Lamontville Golden Arrows struggling on the flip side to keep clean sheets. Ndlovu with Serino, nice little ball slipped through by Serino for Flavio Da Silva. Support comes from Lilepo. Da Silva, Guinea-Bissau and DR Congo combining there. Flavio Da Silva, born in Guinea-Bissau, but is a holder of a Portuguese passport. As I indicated earlier, has played junior international football for Portugal. Here's Lilepo. Still Lilepo. Well, taken away from him. Boyson. Back to the skip, the keeper, Ngobo. Arrows need to up the tempo a little bit here now, and maybe start to take some risks as well, like him Tlati.
Just like they came in after the halftime break, you know, the tempo was too high. They were going at Chiefs, they were making those runs, they were getting the balls at the right areas. They need to do that, but now I sense that the substitution of Ndlovu, the number 8 on the right hand side, he actually killed their tempo in attack a little bit.
Bradley Cross looks as if he will be introduced. So we want to bring on some fresh legs, maybe take some time off the clock as well. Good work from Shitolo there. Pull down the line for Sbea to chase. Quinica will shepherd this behind for a goal kick. He's put in another solid shift as the Chiefs captain, Zita Quinica. Well, clearly the coach has said, listen, I'm going to give you some big responsibilities. So here we go. Sink or swim. And he is swimming at the moment, the Zita Quinica. He has stood up.
Titi, when I had a chat with Jimmy Tau, I said, what takes to make a Kaizer Chiefs player? He says, like, you know what? All players can be excellent everywhere, but the Chiefs jersey must love you, and then you'll perform in it. Because I was asking him the responsibility of being a captain of such a big institution.
Look at the log then, the live log. The Chiefs would be second on goal difference with this Kukune top of the table, continuing where they picked up, where they left off last season, Eric Tinkler's side. And Boyson was penalized. 5 minutes, just over 5 minutes remaining, 6 minutes. As Bradley Cross is going to be introduced here by Chiefs. It sounds as if he's going to replace Lori Lilepo, which will come as a bit of a surprise to the fans, which I'm sure they'll protest the decision. There he is. He's already off the field on the other side.
It's all tactics, TT. It's all tactics, and you know he's gonna go back, slot on that left back position, and they will push Paseka Marco a little bit up in the field.
Very capable attacker, of course, is Paseka Marco. As the referee has shown yellow here for delaying the restart of play. Is it Quinica that's been booked?
Miguel.
Or Miguel Inacio. Ah, there you go. Regulation yellow card for Ignacio Miguel. Or to be fair to him, though, this is his first. It's his first of the season for Ignacio Miguel. As I spoke a little earlier about Chiefs' defensive disciplinary record, they already are top of the pops in terms of the bad boys of the PSL. Arrows, he's around as well. How much of the game does that gentleman get to see? He's always on duty, entertaining the crowd with his fitness regimes. Now, Gaston Sireno. He's tucked back, free kick, Kaizer Chiefs.
I love the way he's so clever, Gaston Sireno, because he knows he's not pacey. So what he does is fake like he's going for speed, but he will close that ball, and then you don't have a choice but to professional foul and pull him by the jersey.
Ntantazwani, it was there. It pulled him back there. Lilepo, as I said, he's endeared himself to the Chiefs fans. What a signing he has proved to be. But they haven't got the job done yet. It's not over yet. 3.5 minutes. Chiefs have to hold out for if they to record their 4th win of the season in 6 matches. Here is as Nteta, look at him go. Releases the pass now. Chance here for Sevilla to finish it. Oh, it's gone wide. What a chance. What a chance to seal it there. Gaston Sireno. You would have bet a small fortune on him finishing in that situation.
Big fortune, TT, because he cut it so well. And look at that run from that man, Tetra, from the middle of the park, the halfway line. Look how he just goes, just slicing in between the defensive arrows and playing with his weaker foot, the left foot. Sireno there, I felt he could have had it with his left foot, but he cut inside and went to his strongest foot. If he could have just curled it a little bit, put a bend on it, but he just tried to play that furthest post.
Look at the numbers there. Attempts 18 to 6, and on target only 2. I think that will be a worry for Mangoba Ngete. Chiefs had 4 shots on target against Sundowns in midweek. Stolen by Sireno. Only Da Silva ahead of him. No, but it's come a long way out to sweep up, and he's done a good job of it.
Yeah. Excellent goalkeeping from Ngobo once again, you know, leaving his bar line, becoming the sweeper keeper.
Chiefs will be happy to let that one run away. They'll take their time about getting this one back into play. Time is running out now. 1.5 minutes remaining for Lamontville Golden Arrows to try and avoid what will be a second defeat of the season. I beg your pardon, first defeat, I beg your pardon. They have so far 1-3 drew. I beg your pardon, that was with their second defeat there. Get it right? They have won 2, drawn 1, lost 1.
Yeah.
And so they are now a matter of a minute plus whatever added time is played by Nzanzeka from a second defeat. Here comes... he's left the ball behind as Munyani. Looks a bit tired, I must say.
Yeah.
As always, that it takes a lot of energy to play that right back position the way he does it.
But once again, for him, there's 2 minutes to go. I mean, if you look up, you look at the clock as a right back, left back, you know that you have to hold your position, because defensively, that's the first duty that you must apply.
One by one. You can only play them one by one anyway.
One by one.
Here comes Leshahonolo Mato, as he has been put down on tonight's team sheet. Not George. That's the name. Other name he goes by. Here's Mfundo Vlagas. Still Mfundo Vlagas. What a run here! Just plays the pass behind Sirinho. That's gonna go away for a throw-in.
You know, this Mfundo Titi reminds me of Jabuma Shlangu. Just him being on the pitch, you know that something can happen. He can just do a little bit of something, so you must never take your eye off him.
So coming into this weekend's round of matches, Chiefs were one of 4 unbeaten sides in the Premiership. And with Sekhukhune, Mamelodi Sundowns and Durban City, well, it is now only Sekhukhune United, Mamelodi Sundowns and Kaizer Chiefs, because Durban City were beaten earlier by Sekhukhune to go top of the table. So just sending a message, Sekhukhune, we are going to be a force again this season. Now we are into a minimum 5 minutes of stoppage time, as a tired-looking Spesi Hlendovu trudges off the field, putting a solid shift as well in that midfield area, to be replaced now by the more creative and George Mato.
One thing Mato does well, TT, is that he holds on to the ball and he looks for those passes just to free the left wing and the right wing.
But unfortunately, one thing that Mato doesn't do well is stay fit. Not that it's his fault, but that's just been a problem for him throughout his career, and even since he's come to Chiefs, it's been the same. He's battled with injuries. Ledwin Stolo, as always, working hard, big beaming smile. Tough to stay humble, eh?
Hey.
Floated in. Still only 1 goal in it, by the way. It's not over. Only 1 goal in it. Arrows are still in this game. As crazy as that sounds when you look at the numbers. They've got possession here, Chiefs, through the throw-in. Bobby Mutaung, and how many agonizing days did they have last season watching Kaizer Chiefs? Well, over the years, actually, in recent years, I've had many frustrating days and nights watching their team when they seemingly are heading to victory, only to let it slip.
Listening to one of the interviews that Bobby had, he said, it's even difficult to go get a full tank of petrol.
He should be used to it by now. As anyone involved with Kaizer Chiefs knows that it is tough. You don't get a day off. You walk in the streets, people remind you. Demanding supporters, but that's because they have been spoiled over the years of Kaizer Chiefs fans. Still, they remain the country's most successful club in terms of trophies won. But in terms of the Betway Premiership, there's the kings of that are Mamelodi Sundowns. Undisputed champions of the Betway Premiership, Mamelodi Sundowns. Here he goes, Sereno. Now Flavio da Silva. I don't think he was expecting the pass there because he took off a bit late.
But one thing I'm noticing, after he scored that goal, he's been operating more on the left-hand side instead of just in the middle between the two central defenders. I don't know why that decision. He should just stay in between of the two central defenders because he can hold the ball also very well. He's a big boy.
Into the last minute of the minimum 5 indicated by Mr. Nzanzega, our referee. Now, that's going to be a corner. Comes off Miguel. Maybe one last chance for Lamontville Golden Arrows. One last chance for Lamontville Golden Arrows to try and wrap things up here. So Chiefs have scored 4 goals, now 5 of this one, and 4 of the 5 that they've scored have all come in the second half. See what Arrows can do now with a set piece. Time is running away. This could possibly be their last chance. And attacking it there, but goal kick is signaled, and there's Tatlazwane it was that got the touch there. The boss ladies down there already as the time is up according to our clock. They want to hear that final whistle. When conceding first last season, Arrows 13 times, and when they conceded first, they lost all of those matches. And looks like when scoring first, Chiefs last season, they scored first 14 times and only won 2 of those games. Drew 3 and lost 9 of the 14 games that they scored first in. So this is something they're looking to put right. And one of the big things they're putting right is the clean sheets. They're heading for clean sheet. What will be now? Clean sheet number 5 now of the season, and it'll be number 6 for Brandon Peterson if you go back to last season. First time since 16-17 season when Itumeleng Kune managed the feat, and that has been done. Still the referee plays more time. Chiefs edging closer and closer to victory here. There it is. Mr. Tandon Nzanzega blows his whistle then to confirm another victory for Kaizer Chiefs. It was as hard as we expected it to be. They dominated possession for long periods of the game, but in the end only managed the 1 goal. Did Kaizer Chiefs delight from Zugi rather. Thoughts on the performance overall though, Lucky Mhlati? You'd have to say Chiefs are the deserving victors here.
Absolutely. We start with Golden Arrow.